change. He has worked very, very hard. He's gotten better and better. And he's not just a guy that we might see an inning or two in the midweek anymore. He's a big part of this bullpen.
No doubt about it. I remember DJ, when he first pitched a couple of years ago, didn't have the velo, but he's got that good sharp arm angle, threw a good breaking ball and a good changeup. Wes worked with him a lot last year, but now that velocity is way up there, and he has become a guy and a force in this just incredible Georgia bullpen. By the way, DJ, obviously I wasn't with you Sunday, but Bird looked good again.
Yes, he
just
did.
So many good arms. Feel like I'm going to leave somebody out whenever you start running through them. Well, here's Derschlag with the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. Radke looking in, right on right, the pitch. There's a strike on the inner half. That one at 79. That's that changeup. Dogs 2, Panthers 1. Radke. Here's the 0-1. Misses down and away. And this is the part, too, with first base open. You can pitch him carefully. Murphy waiting on deck, who's a 231 hitter. Radke, right on right. Here's a 1-1. Just misses away at the knees.
This guy is as tough and out as we have faced all year.
No doubt. Again, to be hitting 500, 48 at bats in, and this is their 13th game, so you're talking about between a fourth and a fifth of the season. That's strong. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, fooled him with a change.
Nasty there from DJ.
Same speed on that one at 79 as the changeup for strike one. Echezarreta is a runner at third, McCarter aboard at second. We're in the top of the second. Dogs have a 2-1 lead. Radke's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from Hunter. He'll have to fire to first in time to retire the side.
Good work there, Henry.
And good work, Wes Johnson, with that move to the bullpen. So a little twisted T. You know what was brewing in the bullpen? Little DJ Radke action. Yes, they get a little rest action in.
That's right. Thank you, Chip.
Thank you, Justin Gillen. And here's Henry Hunter. My man Terry Graham, he's sitting in Ted Dieter's seat, just holding down the fort down there.
That's a big responsibility.
Here's a pitch to Hunter. That's a strike on the inner half. Henry hitting .325, 2 homers, 7 ribbies. Georgia 2, High Point 1, bottom of the second. Pitch. Misses down and in. Dogs got homers from Black and Alford to start the first. And happy birthday a day late to the greatest college football player ever, the goal line stalker, Herschel Walker.
63 years old. The ball still ain't heavy.
No, it's not. 1-1, swing and a miss. Talking about for us talk show hosts, good way to kill some time. Oh, it's Herschel's birthday.
Yeah.
All right. Let me tell you some of my favorite runs he had.
Logan found something on YouTube yesterday. It was all of his touchdowns on the Munson call scored against Florida.
Oh, wow. Here's a pitch. Well, there were 8 of them.
Six
the pitch
by,
misses away.
6 by land, 2 through the air.
That's right. And that game in 81, 47 for 192.
The ball ain't heavy, Coach.
Unbelievable. Here's a 2-2. Ball 3 down and away. Thank you to my buddy Craig Evans over in Greenville. He said, I'm on my iPad. I can either work or watch the Bulldogs. Easy choice. Here's a payoff. Henry takes ball 4 away.
We're working, and it's not even work for us.
That's exactly right.
Good start there, Henry, drawing that third boots, etc. wall. Stuart Kofer was in here the other day with the great Daryl Huckabee.
Stewart might have gotten a hold me over with a question he threw out there. Here's Colby Branch, the pitch. Missed inside. It's 1-0.
Asking about if people were related to other people.
Oh, it all goes back to the hat of Fortunatus. As the Dogs. Oh, there are the Burnett's sitting down there in row 2. Here's a 1-0. Colby takes upstairs. Was Gordon helping you spot on Sunday?
He was.
That's
the whole game.
No, he's great.
He did innings 4 through 6.
That's beautiful.
As Luke suggested.
That's great.
That was funny.
Around the belt. Here's a 2-0. Hit sharply, just foul third base side. I watched Colby during BP. He was hitting some line shots down the left field line and into the gap out in left center. Let's see if he can lock in on that. He is such a great young man.
ZZ Dogs on top.
What a great name. 2 balls and 1 strike to Branch. Around the belt, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Had a big rip at it.
ZZ says want to give a big go dogs to Dalton, Hallie, and their son Walker in Ringgold.
All right, up in Northwest GA. That's up at Cole Wilcox
Oh,
country.
yeah.
Cheney Rogers.
Those are some great dog fans up there.
Don't like the Vols. Here's a 2-2 bouncer foul. Our man Mitchell Boggs from up in Dalton.
Hey, our man Mark Cook. He has made it to Athens from snowy New York.
Did he walk from Buffalo?
Yeah, how long was the walk
That
from
walking
Buffalo?
distance? Oh, my gosh.
Of course, his son Andrew, one of our great managers.
They're shifting. That right side's wide open. Here's a 2-2. Ball 3 down and in. Dogs have got Henry Hunter at first with nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. Dogs are riding a 10-game winning streak. Thank you to Joey Tucker saying go Dogs. Real estate magnate. From the belt, the payoff. Hit deep into left, foul, out of play.
I feel like Colby's really close.
Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you, he was just hitting some rockets during BP. So Colby will stand in. Good battle here with Cord Butler and Colby Branch. Hunter's at first with nobody out. At the belt, here's payoff. Hit deep out into left center field. Derschlag's on the run. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's off the wall. It's a gapper. Hunter will be held at third. It's a stand-up double. Atta boy, Colby Branch.
Colby with his second double of the year. That one just about got out of here.
Gappers.
Love it.
All right.
Home runs are great, don't get us wrong. But gappers, that continues to put the heat on that pitcher when you got base runners.
Sure does. And usually when you're lining shots like that into the gap, the long ball's going to follow.
Colby's now reached base in 11 straight.
And here's Ryan Black. His last 2 at bats.
Yeah. If he doesn't homer here, we're going to be disappointed.
Holy smokes. Right on left. Swing and a miss. Now, that's one of those, too. You know, I mean, we talk about hitting for the natural cycle, a home run to end and win one game, and then a home run to start the next.
That's
one.
pretty cool.
That's amazing.
I bet Ricky might have done that a few
Probably
times.
so. Probably so. The pitch misses away. Not as rare as a natural cycle, but that's one of those things that probably hadn't been done a ton.
You and I have called a lot of baseball games together. I still think the single, double, triple homer to start a game is the craziest thing we've seen.
Amen. 1-1 misses away. But part of that, too, to be in a spot where it's a walk-off homer, and then to be the leadoff hitter in the next game and a homer.
Yeah.
So we're going to call that a first until we're proven wrong here at Georgia. Maybe man Ryan Pizell might have done that. 2-1, hit high out into shallow right field. Echezarreta coming on. He's going to lay out. This ball drops in for a hit. In to score Hunter. Branch held at third. Black is safe at second. And DJ Echezarreta went back. Melton didn't get a great break on it. I think they were both fooled with it coming off the bat.
Well, because of his home run prowess, for sure. I jokingly said I'd be disappointed if he didn't homer, but the double's good too.
And by the way, the rarity when you look in the scorebook, runner from second not scoring on a double.
On a double, yeah.
Very good base running there from Colby Branch. So it's 3-1, and here's Slade Offer to put one in the parking lot. I want to say hello to Amanda and Will Kirk, who are here. Here's our man Sean Chappis fullback making his way through the stands. From the belt, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Robbie was in Sparkle City last weekend.
That's what I'm talking about as Mary Jackson goes to Wofford.
That's right.
You know, the thing about Chappis, you'd have never heard of No Shine in Stafford if it wasn't for that guy.
That's right.
He carried the load in that backfield.
Doing the plus work.
0-1. Slate line just went into right. It's a base hit. Colby scores. Black will be held at third. That's a good throw from Etchezaretta, by the way. RBI single from Slate Offred. DJ, the Dogs are just cooking right now.
Slate is really cooking.
And I love it when he goes opposite field. He is so strong. So that's when, if you want to shift or lean the defense for him pull side, that's fine by me.
High Point has a lefty warming up in their bullpen. This might be the end of the road here for Butler. We'll see.
Yep.
And it is.
Good call. All right, so we will have a lefty-lefty matchup with Mr. Robbie Burnett stepping to the plate. It is 4-1 Georgia here at the bottom of the second. So some Twisted Tea bullpen. He'll dig in. He wears number 10. Burnett out of Franklinton, North Carolina. He's a religion major. And Robbie, a heck of a ball player. We'll have us an early ID here today. Montenegro looking in. Runners on the corners. 2 in, nobody out. The pitch. Breaking ball strike.
Tim Peacock from Watkinsville. Today is Tim from the Big Apple listening in.
Wow.
Thank you very much there, Tim. Appreciate that. The view from Ben's office.
Here's a 0-1. Robbie squares. Oh, he pops up the bunt. That'll be caught. That was going to be a safety squeeze. Just got under it. So that'll be a P1 to Montenegro, 1 away. That'll give us time to pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Daniel Jackson standing in for the Dogs. He drew a walk in the first. Georgia's plated 2 in the inning and looking for more. Montenegro looking in. Here's the pitch. That misses down and in. Gets stopped by Hillier. The left fielder Smith standing in front of the 90 College World Series sign. Making me think of the great Brian Jester. Here's the 1-0. Called strike inner half. Inning started with a walk to Hunter. Colby Branch with a double to left. Ryan Black with a flare RBI double. Slate Offred with a run-scoring single to right. Here's the 1-1. Jackson takes a breaking ball strike. They got Burnett out trying to bunt, and now it's 1-2 to Jackson. He's got a little room on the right side as that breeze starts to push in some. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike him out. Good work from Montenegro.
Yeah, so far, 2 up, 2 down.
That'll bring up Phelps. As DJ told you, he's now hit safely in 9 straight. Trey with a base hit in the first, tried to leg out a double. Was thrown out by the center fielder, Connie Derschlag. They play Trey straight away. Phelps were 36 last year. He's number 1 this season. Montenegro looking in. From the letters, here's a pitch. Popped him up into right center. Who wants this one? Derschlag in center will call and make the catch. That's a great job by Montenegro.
No doubt.
Instead of Georgia going up by 4 or 5, he keeps the deficit at 3 as the Dogs score 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors. Easy
at all
to do. I don't know if Adam and Chuck and Scott are listening over to Columbia, but good luck tonight as Murphy will stand in. Murphy hit by a pitch, stranded at third in the first. DJ Radke, the delivery, pop foul, straight back and out of play. For Georgia, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. A run, 2 hits, and no errors for High Point. Dogs by 3. The pitch. Oh, it hit him. Well, Murphy has been hit twice, and both times on that left elbow. The leadoff man's aboard. And that'll bring up Hillier, who popped to short in the first. We'll see if the Dogs might can get a double play here. 3 Hillier wears number 2. Hitting .268, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. The pitch in there for strike 1. Of course, George Costanza wanted to name his kid 7 in honor of Mickey Mantle. Susan put the kibosh on that one. From the belt, throw over, close but safe. And Murphy with pretty good speed. He's stolen 3 bags this year in 4 tries. I'm sure Carol and the King Man are listening in.
50-50. Just don't know.
There's another throw over. Albus and Hermier with Grandma Francis. I'm sure getting spoiled. Hillier standing in. Murphy, there's a liner out into right. That's going to drop in for a base hit. The runner Murphy will stop at second. 2 are aboard with nobody out for one of their boppers, Landon Johnson. There's been a lot of traffic on the bases.
Number 14, the first baseman, Landon Johnson.
The 2 teams have combined, DJ, to strand 7 runners, 5 in scoring position. So it has been an offensive day. And Johnson, you know, he's thinking long one to the short porch. Radke's pitch misses up. It's 1-0.
So Johnson does lead them. He's bounced into 3 double plays this year of their team 7.
Here's a pitch. Liner out into center. That's a base hit. Murphy will be held at third, and the bases are loaded for High Point with nobody out.
Good throw by McCarthy to home. Showing off the arm there a little bit, but trouble a-brewing here.
No doubt. Well, you feel like they got the momentum. Like I said, just when you got it figured out, it's 4-1, runners on the corners, nobody out. Here comes Montenegro. Stops the bleeding. No further damage. Now all of a sudden, hit by pitch, single. The tying run is aboard, and here's Braden Simpson. Radke's pitch. Popped out into right center field. This will probably be deep enough. I think it will be. McCarthy makes the catch. A throw wisely will come towards third. That'll be a sacrifice fly, and I'll take that for Georgia.
Good work there, too. Throwing towards third and not to home.
Yeah, no chance there. So Murphy scores. Hillier stays put at second. Now here's Johnson. Both of their runs have scored on sac flies.
We talk about the sac fly and what that can mean for the offense and for the defense.
It can be a rally killer. Here's Jackson Melton, who grounded to short to start the second. That was against Harris. Pitch. Ground ball, this could be 2. Branch get a glove. He'll touch the bag. Fire to first. Got him. What a play, Colby. A sac fly and then a 6-3 double play.
You know what the doctor did? He ordered that.
Amen to that. Great footwork there from Niner in black. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left. To the bottom of the third we go. Dogs have a 4-2 lead, and Georgia heading to the bottom of the third inning. We'll have Adams, McCarthy, and Hunter Dew against the lefty Montenegro, who faced 3 and retired 3 in the second as Georgia left runners on the corners. The pitch is a shift, swing and a miss. Adams drew a walk in the first. There have been 3 boots, etc. walks. 9 of the first 11 reached for Georgia off the starter, Cord Butler. Montenegro, the 0-1. Adams slugs this one out into right center towards the gap. This is going to drop and go all the way to the wall. Christian Adams into second, safely standing, and he's reached it both trips today. That ball was,
Adams having a game so far. That ball was smoked.
It's his first double. My goodness.
Let's see what he's got for his career. That's his first Georgia double.
Well, let's get him home and get that lead back up to 3 runs.
He had 13 last year at FAU, and he has 19 now in his career.
McCarthy standing in. Montenegro, the pitch. Swing and a miss.
We needed that hit last inning.
Yes, would have been great.
It's a funny game.
Yes, it is. All right, DJ, give us the stat of the day so far from the top of the third. Here's a pitch. Misses away.
Yes, so we had, 5 batters, 3 reached. The first 3 reached. There was a sac fly and a double play, and all of that took 8 pitches.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Pitch, misses low. That's part of why we love the game. 2-1 the count to Nolan McCarthy. Where's number 19? Montenegro looking in. Here's a pitch, way outside.
Paul Hardcastle.
Yes, indeed. No, 19. Wind's starting to push out. It's been blowing in some different directions today. The Dogs got homers from Black and Alford to start the first. The pitch, missed down and in. Did he go? No, sir. Ball 4. Another boots, etc. walk. That's number 4. And now, you know, High Point would love a double play. As Henry Hunter will step to the plate. Henry drew a walk to lead off the second.
Well, this has been base runners galore here.
Yeah, for both sides.
Yeah.
Especially the Dogs.
Especially for Georgia.
Well, that double play was huge. At first and second with nobody out. From the letters, a pitch. Called a strike. By the way, a lot of 2 spots for Georgia of late, including the bottom of the 9th Sunday. Then we had 4 of those in Game 3 back into the doubleheader Saturday. 2 in the first, 2 in the second here this afternoon. Montenegro's pitch misses high. 1-1 the count. We got a couple fans tailgating up atop Kudzu Hill, and one of them's got a golf club up there. Hey, what's up, guys? Y'all enjoy yourselves. Cheering on the Dogs. Left on left, Montenegro, the 1-1 to Hunter. Misses down and away. Good stop by Hillier, the catcher.
Saw Rory McIlroy one time at Fenway Park hitting a pitching wedge from the outfield to home. See how close he could get.
That's great.
Hey, Bubba Watson hit some balls over out of Sanford Stadium, didn't he?
Yes, he sure did. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. So Coach Lander said, could you hit one? He goes, yeah. He goes, no way. He goes, yeah, of course I. He goes, I'll tell you what. He goes, if you can do that, I'll caddy for you at the par 3. Bubba said, all right. I think he hit one into the cemetery.
Yeah.
Lander said, oh, my gosh. Yeah. 2-2. Fouled off straight back and out of play.
When we had that Top Golf at the stadium a few years ago, that was fun.
That was great.
That was awesome.
I didn't take a swing. I was afraid I would embarrass myself.
Had you put yourself in golf jail?
Yes. 2-2. Liner foul, third base side. I'm serving a life sentence.
We got to get you out of there.
Oh,
we got to get you back.
Well, it didn't help last time I played. Chris Lloyd of Marker 7 and Hilltop Grill fame did not let me go to the range. We went to the 19th hole. 2-2, skied out into center field with some carry. Derschlag's going back. Let's see if Adams tags. He makes a catch. He is tagging. Here comes a throw. It's up the line at third, and because the throw comes to third, that lets the trail runner McCarthy advance. Second and third, one away for Colby Branch. He crushed a double out in the left center, first time up. Lefty on righty, here's the pitch. There's a slow roller foul, third base side. Colby got on top of that one. Wanted to mention, too, there are so many talented young folks working for Wes and the staff. I think their office is over here to our left in the press box, just working on the analytics. 0-1 hit high down the right field line towards the corner. Echezarreta on the run. He is going to make the catch. Adams will tag. He scores on the sac fly. It's 5-2.
I know it's early.
I know.
Do you catch that one or not?
I thought he was going to let it drop.
I did too. I don't think you can. I don't think there's a wrong play there.
I agree.
I think at this point you want to go ahead and get that second out, even if you do give up the run. I think that's the right play.
Also on the play, McCarthy advances to third, so Georgia gets a lead back to 3. And here's Ryan Black, who's homered and doubled today. Of course, he had the dramatic walk-off, game-winning 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th on Sunday. The pitch, breaking ball, strike 1. So Dogs on top, 5-2.
No curse on that leadoff double, Harriet.
Good news.
Dogs score.
Montenegro, the 0-1. Lifted foul, straight back and out of play. You could say Ryan Black's Georgia's hottest hitter. His last 3 at-bats. Game-winning homer, leadoff homer, RBI double. Second baseman for the Bulldogs. Black out of Grand Prairie, Texas. Takes up and in, 1-2. Georgia with 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for High Point. Been a good game. A lot of action here today. Montenegro's 1-2. Shot out into left center field. Smith had it played perfectly to his left. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. Dogs get the lead back to 3. The leadoff double from Adams. A run, a hit, no errors, and McCarthy stranded at third. We go to the 4th to score. It's Georgia 5 at High Point 2 on the Georgia Bulldogs. An opponent's batting average of .256. And this is one of those situations where probably just a throw day for Leighton. I would guess he'd work an inning. I would think maybe 2 at the max. And it was odd. He had a tough go on Friday, but there was some weird luck in there. There were a couple of squibbers and infield hits and borderline pitch. It was just one of those innings that just didn't seem to end. So, hey, this is a great plan here. Just get him back out, get him some work here, and help get him ready for the weekend. So again,
we could potentially see him start Friday.
That's what I'm guessing we're going to see him for 1 inning, but I am he might finish a game for all I know.
Who knows?
But I'm guessing we'll see. Great job, DJ Radke today.
DJ Radke gave up a run and 2 hits in an inning and a third. No walks, a strikeout. He only threw 13 pitches.
He can come back tomorrow. He's got a rubber arm.
Absolutely. So here's the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for High Point. The left-handed hitting right fielder, Echezarreta, looks at ball 1 at 94 miles an hour here as we start the 4th.
Leighton with a career 9-3 record, was 6-1 last season. Had a tremendous year.
Dogs with the black tops and the white pants as the fastball there misses low. Want to give a shout out to Alan Kaysen. So just got back from New York City.
Awesome.
That pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-1.
I wanted to mention, too, with Smith coming back from injury, with Goldstein coming back from injury, and with Finley. I just want to throw you a couple of numbers out there after this pitch.
2-1 pitch from Finley. Fastball for a strike.
And what this rotation is probably going to look like. Finley, Smith, and Goldstein last year were a combined 19-5. That's pretty darn strong.
Getting it done. Getting it done. 2-2. This one's a chopper to first. Adams has it. He'll step on the bag for out number 1. Hey, our man John in Rome, the blind donkey runner, Captain McKay. Thank you, John.
Hey, John.
Got him a 3-mile run in.
Now, John, have you gone sub 4 minute like AT?
3:59.
That's amazing.
I know.
We love you, Jaga. He was hanging out with us when he was like 10 years old.
He sure was. That's a good man right there. All right, here's Jake McCarter, the DH. One out, nobody on. This one's hit on the left side, deep in the hole. Long throw for Colby. Got him.
Wow.
What a play. And a great stretch and scoop, too, by Adams.
When that was fielded by Colby, I'm thinking no chance even for him. He might just have some fun on this one and cut it loose. And he got him. Put a star by that one.
I already have. Usually I'm about to, but this time I already have. All right, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the left fielder, Christian Smith, left-handed hitter, facing Finley as the change is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
By the way, Colby Branch is having himself a nice afternoon.
Sure enough. Dogs are up 4-1 here. Check that. 5-2 as the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2.
Second time George has been up by 3. I love that Dogs have been able to answer the 2 times High Point scored this afternoon.
Smith hitting .229, a homer, and 8 runs batted in. Now the pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Third base umpire Kevin Sweeney says he went. And that is good for Georgia.
Way to go, Leighton.
Leighton records the strikeout. I got 3 for the staff. 1 each. SEC Radio 2025. Montenegro is still out here for High Point. And he will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Bulldogs. Alford, Burnett, and Jackson. Georgia leading at 5-2 here. Bottom half of inning number 4 on a cloudy afternoon here in Athens. Very comfortable, though. We had a first pitch temperature of 67 degrees. And here's the pitch to Alford. That one bounces up there. Slate is 2 for 2 with a homer and a single. He's driven in runs on both of those. And he is now hitting .373. The 1-0. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike. Alford on the season, 19 for 51 with 4 homers and 22 driven in. This one is line foul down the right field line, but flirting with a double there. Instead, it's 1-2.
Dogs averaging 8.7 runs per game. And Phelps and Alford heating up. Those guys are run producers.
Yes, they are. The 1-2 coming up. Here's the pitch. That one misses high. And it's funny because the leading hitter's not even in the lineup today.
That's right.
With Zabo at 452. And a lot of options in that lineup this year. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball misses high.
When Zabo's at the plate, 2 words come to mind. Arms extended. When the big man gets him out there, the ball goes a long way.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, here's the payoff pitch to Slate. Breaking ball hit back up the middle. They were playing him that way. The second baseman, Melton, has it. High throw, but Johnson was able to keep his foot on the bag. 4-3 on the putout.
Yeah, Dave nailed it there. They were playing him perfectly. When that left the bat, I thought it was going to get through, but they were really shading him with Melton towards second. And I think as they're going to shift again here on Robbie, Dave, I think they have shifted more in the first 4 innings than we've seen the entire season combined.
I was getting used to not seeing everybody shift.
Yeah, me too.
And as Jeff told you, a shift to the right as Burnett hits this one deep out to center field. Going back is Derschlag, and he makes the catch at the wall.
Wow.
What a running catch there by Derschlag as he took extra bases away from Robbie.
And Robbie's got to be saying, you have got to be kidding me. That was an incredible catch, chasing that down. The big question when that one left the bat to me is this going to be a homer or a double or a triple? And Derschlag making the great running grab.
So 2 outs, and here's Daniel Jackson. He's the DH today and looks at a breaking ball strike. Daniel walked in the first and struck out in the second. There have been 4 boots, etc. walks so far issued by High Point pitching. That pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Said a big hello. Matt and Wynn are hanging out up on the top of Kudzu Hill today.
Here's the 0-2. That one misses away. Is that who had the golf club?
I think so. Our man Eddie from Ackworth saying he's loving that Bulldog swagger. We love EFA. Jesse Simmons from Fort Benning. God bless you, sir.
Here's the 1-2. This one's hit on the ground to second. Melton has it, throws on to first to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. We head to the 5th. Dogs on top, 5-2 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. This time, Colton Smith.
Well, we talked about Leighton Finley. Great job by Leighton. He goes 1 scoreless with a strikeout. And for Colton Smith, 9-3 a year ago. And you know the story on Colton, he was supposed to throw opening day, woke up with back spasms, didn't pitch in Wilmington, and then he was scheduled to pitch weekend number 2 here, but he got the flu. So he's been working his way through it. This will be his 3rd appearance, 2nd here at Foley Field. But again, DJ, I love getting Leighton and Colton back out here today, and I'm sure Colton will throw this weekend. Charlie stretched it out from 1 to 1 to 2 innings, and you just think about that trio, as we just mentioned, that went 19-5 a year ago. When we get to the heart of SEC play, that's probably going to be the rotation, and that's 3 really good pitchers who have done a lot for Georgia.
Well, Colton's going to face the top of the order. Derschlag, Murphy, and Hillier. Colton with a K, pitching to Connie with a K. And here's the pitch. That one just misses inside. I was about to say, hopefully this at-bat will end with a K.
That would be sweet. Colton went 9-3 last year.
Derschlag at 490. Here's the 1-0. Just missed a little bit low there with the fastball, and it's 2-0. Derschlag is a senior out of Charlotte. He went to Mallard Creek High School. That's the same high school that Jordan Davis went to.
Now there's a national champion and a Super Bowl
Got that
champion.
right. Here's the 2-0. This one's hit high out to left. Going back is Phelps. He is at the wall and can't make the play. It is out of here. Just a couple of feet beyond the reach of Trey. I thought he had that one, and it just carried right on out. Derschlag is a really, really good hitter. That's his 5th home run of the year.
And that gets the average back to 500. He's down 25 out of 50. And he's 2 for 3 here today.
Even you and I can do the math on that 25 out of 50.
You got that right. Wow.
Very impressive. All right, here's a shortstop, Murphy. That cuts the Georgia lead to 5-3. As the pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. I know, as Asparagus Williams said, chicks dig the long ball, but I'd still rather almost have that than a leadoff double. Well, it just depends. Just depends.
With the lead, absolutely.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
And if Colton gets out of this without any more damage, that's a win for Georgia. And this is one of those days, just as we said, there's been a lot of traffic, a lot of base runners scoring in this is the 9th half inning we've had, scoring in 6 of the half innings.
Just some offense today. 0-2, swing and a miss. Good comeback there for Colton.
Attaboy, K-Man.
That is the 4th strikeout for Georgia pitching. And that'll bring up the catcher, 3, Hillier.
Yep. Who wears number 2.
Yes. You'd think he'd play first base.
And maybe wear number 3.
And wear number 3, but instead he's number 2, named 3. As the pitch is in there for a strike, it's 0-1. Trying to think of other people I know whose name is a number.
What about Chili Davis?
The 0-1, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. What was the character's name? It was Jerry Ryan. She was on one of the Star Treks.
Oh, okay.
It was like 7 of 9 or something.
Didn't George Foreman name his kids George 1, George 2, George 3? Just shortened them up.
Or are they all George Jr.? Or here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss.
There you go, K-Man.
Colton gives up the home run and now strikes out back-to-back hitters.
And Colton, always a good fastball. He went next level with that specialty pitch, that combination of the slider and the cutter. And Colton's such a great kid. I know it's been killed him missing those first couple of weekends, and what he said after the pitch.
Misses low to Johnson.
And he said, hey, you know, maybe this just means my arm's fresher at the end of the year for the postseason.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking.
Got to look at it that way. Now the 1-0 pitch. That one is called a strike. 1-1 to Johnson, who is 0 for 1, a sac fly, and a single back in the third. One and one to count. Johnson at 4-13. The pitch hit back up the middle and through for a base hit. This young man can hit.
He sure can. He's 2 for 2 with a sac fly. So for Johnson, he's now 20 out of 47 on the year.
Thanks to our man Levi Taylor listening in. Appreciate the good words there, Levi.
Thank you very much.
All right. Runner at first with 2 outs, and here's the third baseman, Simpson. The pitch. That one misses low.
Johnson's got his average up to 426. 5 homers, 18 ribbies.
So Derschlag hitting .500. Johnson hitting .426. Melton on decks hitting .447. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike on the inner half. Lineup configuration is always interesting.
It is.
They don't have any of those 3 guys back to back. Now, this is only one game out of 56. I don't know how they've been doing it all year. Here's the 1-1. That one bounces up there and over Hunter's head.
It's a third wild pitch for the Dogs this afternoon. Well, one thing, too, when you think about the traditional speed with the leadoff man, handle the bat 2-hole, best hitter 3, so on and so forth, a lot of that was based on having your pitcher hitting 9th.
Yeah.
But with even the National League now, everybody's got the DH now. It's changed the thinking.
Totally.
Of it.
2-1 coming up. The pitch. This one is chopped foul, and it's 2-2. And with some of those pitchers, it just was so painful watching them try to hit.
But now the thing is we like to say, you want to make sure your best hitter hits in the first inning.
Correct. Yes. Or at least is guaranteed an at-bat in the first inning. Here's the 2-2. This one's lifted out to center. McCarthy going back. He will make the catch to retire the side. All right, they get the leadoff homer. That was the only run they scored. There were 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Dogs on top, 5-3 on the Georgia Bulldogs. Oh, man. All right, Trey Phelps standing in here for the Dogs, leading it off. Georgia up 5-3 here in the 5th as the pitch is in there for a strike.
Sean William Scott was he was on camera for maybe 2 minutes in that movie.
Oh, my gosh.
So great.
The 0-1 misses away, and it's 1-1. Now, there was a movie. Old school.
Old school.
Phelps is 1 for 2. He's got a 9-game hitting streak, and he has reached base safely in all 15 of Georgia's games. Preseason All-American. 3 homers, 14 runs driven in. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
That home run he hit on Saturday in the nightcap, one of the biggest hits of the year.
Huge. Phelps, the righty, facing the lefty. Pitch clock down to 3. Here's the 1-2. That one misses away. I think we've seen more of the pitch clock violations this year than we have in the past couple of years.
I think it's been a, quote, point of emphasis this season. I agree with you.
Now we got another something going on.
Did he just –
now it's –
how did he – I mean, the clock was still – I don't know what – I don't understand what just happened
there. Did he
there.
step off? I'm not sure, even though there's no one on – I don't know, but it's a delay, and now it's 3-2. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Held on to by Hillier for out number 1. I didn't see what happened there.
It was weird. I mean, the clock still had about 8 on it.
Yeah.
That's a third strikeout for High Point pitching, second for Montenegro.
So I think that translates to Black Mountain. And there is a Black Mountain in North Carolina.
Yes, there is.
Home of Brad Doherty. I think that's in the Asheville area. Here's Christian Adams as the pitch misses high.
Yeah, that's a beautiful area.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Adams could think about laying a bunt down
He sure could.
The old third base line.
Yeah. The 1-0, the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike, especially on the lefty-lefty. I don't know if it's a machismo thing, although I guess the defense or the team in the field would say, hey, if we got that guy to bunt, that's a win for us. And it's like, well, he's on first. I guess if that's a win, here's the 1-1. Came inside. Did it get him? No.
Adams having a good game. So I make a nice scoop over at first. He's got a double and a walk and a run scored.
Excellent defensive first baseman. Here's the 2-1. That one misses low, ball 3.
And when you're talking about Adams, when you're filling out that 27-man roster for the SEC, his versatility is going to make him very valuable. As I know Wes, and I totally agree, he's going to want to stock it with all those powerful arms out of the bullpen.
Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
So the more versatility you've got in the field, the more that allows you to utilize the biggest strength of the team. And right now for these dogs, that's the pin.
This one's hit on the ground on the right side. They had that shift on, and it pays off. I believe that was the second baseman, Melton, who makes the play.
Yep.
4-3 on the put out.
In the history of baseball, for about 99% of the game's history, that would be a base hit.
Yes.
The old shift, that's a 4-3.
So that will bring up Nolan McCarthy, the Georgia center fielder, who hits this one foul and out of play over on the right side. Stuart Kofer, we were just talking about you.
In the house.
Here's the 0-1. The pitch to McCarthy misses high, and it's 1-1. Nolan bounced into a fielder's choice in the first and walked in the third, hitting .302. The lefty-righty matchup, that one misses high, and it's 2-1.
Montenegro's really done a nice job for them, and he's in a spot now. Let's see, he's sitting down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. So that's some good defense behind him.
This one's hit on the ground to third and past a diving Simpson out into left field, and it's a 2-out hit for McCarthy. He's got a 5-game hitting streak. And
not a bad spot to run right here. See if we can get McCarthy into scoring position for the Dogs. He is 1 out of 2 in the theft department. He stole 8 bags last season for Kentucky. They're going to shift again, DJ.
The Hunter stands in with 2 outs and a runner at first. So the lefty-lefty matchup here. Nolan gets his lead at first as the pitch misses high. So the Dylan Goldstein thing is interesting too, Jeff, where Tennessee's got one of their players, Alberto Osuna, who played for North Carolina last year. I think he hit 15 or 16 home runs. He's in the same boat as Goldstein as the pitch is in there for a strike. And it was yesterday he got a setback. A federal judge denied his bid for a preliminary injunction. So it's kind of interesting what's going on with a lot of this. The 1-1, that one is not delivered, thrown to first instead.
Well, this is a situation where the NCAA, to me, they just need to make a ruling. The junior college years either count or they don't. And are all these guys, it's got to be blanket across the board. Are they all eligible or are they not?
As this one is fouled straight back and it's 1-2. And the thing for me is there's a lot of stuff that I'm out of my, I guess, lane on talking about this because you're talking about Sherman, trust and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it starts to get deep as far as the courts go and all that kind of thing. But I'm like you. Here's the 1-2. That one misses low. If Diego Pavia gets the ruling in his favor, then you would have to think that there is some kind of a precedent, although they're saying that the judges are saying that's not necessarily the case. That one situation is not the same as others. And I feel bad for Dylan and even for all the players that are going through this and trying to get back out on the field. Here's the 2-2. This one is lifted to center. Derschlag will make the catch to retire the side. So a 2-out single for McCarthy, but that's it for the Dogs. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left as we head to the 6th. Dogs lead at 5-3 on the Georgia end and turn things over to Nate Taylor, freshman out of Buford.
And Nate Taylor, hey, I love that name. Taking you back to the early 80s, but this will be his second appearance in 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, no hits allowed, so the old spotless ERA. And DJ, just great to get Colton back out there. I know he gave up that home run to Derschlag, who's a great hitter, but came back with a couple of strikeouts, looked good. And I think for both Finley and Smith, just get them a little action on what would be a throw day for them anyway, helping to set the tone for this weekend. And then obviously what's coming up just around the bend.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
A week from Friday. It is on us. By the way, Colton gave up 1 run and 2 hits, and he also struck out a couple in his 1 inning of work. And here's Nate Taylor. So Nate's excited here, his 2nd inning of work, and this is a ball game. This is not feels like we're a little farther ahead than we are. 5-3 as that pitch at 91 misses away, ball 1.
Montenegro's done a really nice job for High Point today.
Here is the 1-0, swing and a miss there. Well, look at it this way. High Point has beaten Vanderbilt more recently than we have. Now, they beat them in the postseason.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Taylor last year 9-2 at Buford.
Here's the 1-1. That one misses low.
And as we like to say, that is big boy high school baseball right
exactly.
there. He had a 1.95 ERA. Held the opposition to a 203 team batting average. Buford made it to the state quarters last year.
Here's the 2-1. Called a strike. It's 2-2. She said, you like that name.
Mm-hmm. One of Georgia's outstanding linebackers from the early 80s, the late, great Nate Taylor, the Tifton termite out of Tie.
Here's the 2-2. Cold strike 3. Woo. Got the fastball by him on the inner half, and Taylor starts the inning with a strikeout.
That was nifty.
Yes, it was.
That boy, Nate.
That will bring up the right fielder, Echezarreta, from the left side. He is 1 for 2 this afternoon. He's at 343 on the year. This one's hit high out to right. If it's fair, it's out of here, and it is foul. Ooh. That one landed halfway up Kudzu Hill.
I don't know how you tell on that one. It was hit so high.
Yeah, he didn't argue.
You know what?
He had the view.
I think they're going to look at this. No, and I would think, too, DJ, that Echezarreta, because you're literally looking right down. Get him to tell you the story of his illustrious baseball career.
We love the branches. Colby, Georgia's shortstop, as that pitch is in there for a strike. And it's now 0-2.
Colby has made a couple of gold glove plays today on a 6-3 double play, and on one going deep in the hole to his right.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Great work there by Taylor. And he had to kind of wait around, too, and he comes out and he throws strikes following the foul ball, the long foul ball. 2 away. So that'll bring up the DH McCarter with a walk, and he was robbed by Colby his last time. Here's the pitch, and there for a strike. So this is the last scheduled week of Tuesday, Wednesday games, right?
Yes, sir.
Now the 0-1, the pitch. Just missed there, and it's 1-1.
Hey, you talk about a plan, too, and having the confidence in the execution. Wes Johnson and this staff, they felt like they'd have a deep set of arms.
Yeah.
They set up the schedule to test that.
Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss.
And that's where you got to have that honest evaluation of your own personnel.
Exactly.
Because, DJ, if we didn't, with all these games, it's going to be 20 and 24 days.
Exactly.
On Sunday, that would stretch the old staff.
Here's the 1-2. That one misses away. Wes knows his pitching.
Oh, yeah.
Knew what he had and how to schedule it. And that'll work in Georgia's favor in the second half of the season. Because the less midweek games you have, the better. Swing and a miss, and it bounces away from Hunter, and that's going to allow McCarter to go to first on the strikeout wild pitch.
And this is West Georgia's fourth wild pitch today. That was just a bad break there.
Some might tell you that means the stuff is good.
Yep. And let's see, our wild pitches on the year, we have 8. Now we have 12.
Wow.
That's just one of those anomalies.
So that does bring the tying run to the plate. It's a 5-3 game here in the 6th. And this one's a chopper on the right side. Adams knocks it down. He won't have a play anywhere. That'll be an infield single, I think.
And that's just a tough break. That's one, if that gets past Adams, Black is right there.
Yeah.
And it's an easy 4-1. And now here's that guy, Derschlag, at the plate. And now all of a sudden the time runs.
Look out.
This guy could make it 6-5 in a hurry.
Henry is going to go out and have a word with Taylor, and I wonder if the Dogs might make a call to the bullpen.
So just a tough break on the strikeout wild pitch and then an infield single.
Alabama and Jacksonville State are scoreless in the second at Rudy Abbott Field in Jacksonville, Alabama. We've been there.
We've been there twice for about a year and a half, it seems like.
Yes, sir. Wes is out of the dugout, so he may be bringing the hook with him, although he hasn't yet. Arkansas leads Louisiana Monroe 3-0. They're at Baum Stadium in Fayetteville in the 4th inning. And I think those are the only games we've got that are going right now. It's interesting, Missouri at home against Southeast Missouri has been postponed.
Yeah,
Ole Miss at home against Southeastern Louisiana has been canceled.
That weather's coming our way. Yeah, they are indeed going to make a move, so we'll see what's brewing. Brought to you by Twisted Tea, hard ice. Burst on the scene for us, and Georgia's lone loss of the year thus far up in Wilmington. Dogs got off to a rough start, gave up 6 in the first, and Hammond came in and was awesome in relief. And that was the day the bullpen kept Georgia in the game. And we've seen the bullpen do that so many times. And right now, Hammond trying to keep the Dogs in the lead.
Yeah, this has been a game where the Dogs have led after every inning, but High Point not going anywhere.
It's been a lot of base runners for both teams, and for High Point, their left-hander, Adrian Montenegro, set down 8 Bulldogs in a row just to slow some things down, as Georgia had back-to-back scoreless innings in the 4th and 5th after scoring in each of the first 3 frames.
We talked to Hammond. He was our Primerica player of the game in the Friday win over Florida Gulf Coast, and he went 2 1/3 scoreless with 6 Ks. He was really, really good.
He's another one of these guys that just looks the part.
Yeah.
Big right-hander. DJ told you he's listed at 6'4", close to 200 pounds.
He has got his work cut out for him here, though.
Want to keep this guy in the yard and just protect the scoreboard. Let's get to the plate with the lead. You'd prefer 5-3.
So Durslag stands in. He's 2 for 3 today, including a homer. He's hitting an even 500 on the year. Here's the pitch from Hammond. That gets past Hunter, and that will allow the runners to go to second and third. And if that's a wild pitch, that'll be number 5.
What in the world? Again, we only had 8 on the year.
Still waiting on the call.
Base hit, ties it.
Yep. All right, here is the 1-0 from Hammond. The pitch, swing and a miss. Durslag singled and scored in the first, struck out in the second, and homered in the 5th. 5 homers on the year, 10 runs batted in. Now the 1-1, called a strike, and it's 1-2. That just says Smith advanced to second, McCarter to third, but it doesn't say how on the stat broadcast. The 1-2. Hammond looks in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A huge strikeout there for Hammond. The 4th K of the inning.
Wow, that was big, and that's the at-bat of the game so far.
No doubt. What a great job. And by the way, Taylor goes 2/3 of an inning and strikes out 3.
That's incredible.
But a good job there by Hammond to come on and strike out Durslag. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left, and again, 4 Ks in the inning. All right, Colby stands in. They shift to the left. Colby, the right-handed hitter, as the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Colby singled and scored in the second, and then had the sac fly in the third, down the right field line in foul territory. Now the 0-1. Here's the pitch. Just misses low. 1-1 to the Georgia shortstop. Colby has now reached in 11 straight, hitting .224. Still looking for that first home run of the season. Now the 1-1. That one misses high, and it's 2-1. Now the photo of Colby on the scoreboard, he does not have a mustache.
Colby's one of those guys, he's got that dark hair. It only takes him a day or so.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed.
I think Colby's one of those guys too, DJ, and we see it sometimes. I think he hits better against the better pitcher.
I think so too.
He just gets locked into the harder throwers in the league.
Yeah. The 2-2 coming up. The pitch. Not able to check his swing. Good breaking ball there from Montenegro for out number 1. I think he might be, too, being from Texas and everything. He warms up as the weather warms
No doubt.
up. But his defense has been outstanding.
Oh, again, he has had a great game today. I think Georgia's 2 best defensive plays on the 6-3. And, again, that play going to his right in the hole. Wow.
Yeah. All right, top of the order here, Ryan Black standing in. Ryan led off the game with a homer after ending the previous game with a homer. As the breaking ball from Montenegro misses low. Lefty-lefty matchup here. So Ryan's 2 for 3 this afternoon. Also had an RBI double in the second.
Montenegro, the lefty, DJ, he's now set down 10 out of 11.
The 1-0. That one misses. 2-0 now to Black. Yeah, he is on quite a roll. He had set down 8 in a row before the McCarthy single, and as Jeff said, now 10 out of 11 as the pitch drops in there for a strike, and it's 2-1.
We'll see if Slate gets to face him, or if maybe they go to a righty after he pitches to Black.
Montenegro from the stretch. Here's the pitch. This one's hit on the ground on the right side. The first baseman, Johnson, has it. Flips to Montenegro. Just got him. And both Brant Panther and Black say we got to go check this one. We got to check it. I thought he was safe.
I did too. I thought he beat it out.
We shall check.
And Ryan, obviously a left-hander, good speed, got out of the box quickly. And
Montenegro, as soon as he gets
he's
it,
safe.
He looks safe from here.
Hit the green bag.
Maybe we can get one more look on it.
And Johnson had to go deep in the hole to his right. Ryan's really quick. And again, just the initial reaction. I think Montenegro knows it too. I wonder if it's tougher.
He looks like Hot Rod.
Yeah, he does. Dave, you mentioned this, I think, last week. It's maybe a little bit tougher for the umpires now because you don't have that same sound.
Exactly. Because the foot is hitting a different base.
Because at first base, we've always say you can hear the pop, pop. And I think on those bang, bang plays, most umpires would tell you they go by the sound as much as the sight because it's 2 hard, unique pops when you're talking about the ball hitting the mitt and the foot hitting the bag.
Here's another replay, and this is a different angle. Let's see what we got here. Ball and glove. Oh, he's safe.
He's safe.
He is safe. All right, we have put it out there.
And if they overturn this, gauntlets will be thrown.
We were wrong the other day and felt bad giving out false info. All right, let's see if they overturn their own call. They should, because he looked very safe on that second replay. And here is the call. Yes. Safe.
Well done.
All right. Infield single for Black. He's now got 3 hits today. Let's see if the Dogs can do a little something here. 1 out. All right, Slade offered.
And here's a spot for High Point again. Are they maybe trying to squeeze a bit much out of Montenegro?
You know what Slate's doing, we like to say here in the South? He's going good.
He sure is.
He's got a homer. He's got an RBI single. As the pitch is not made, as Slate, I think he got something in his eye. So, by the way, we opened the game with back-to-back homers. Mm-hmm. Did Charlie and Corey, I know they had to have done that
I
last
think
year.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely jogs the memory.
Yeah. Go back and check on that. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Slate is hitting .365. 4 homers. He's driven in 22. Facing the lefty. This one is hit on one hop to the third baseman. Picks it for 1. The relay in time. Great job there by Simpson.
They got away with it.
Yeah.
That was an absolute bullet that Slate hit.
Thank
you very much, DJ. Want to send out a big hello to the great Marcy Gravett listening in over in Cumming. Thank you, Todd Harrell up in Virginia. Tatum's got us locked in. And here is Murphy, who's been hit by a pitch twice today and struck out. Hammond on the bump. He got Derschlag swinging to end the 6th. Murphy squares and bunts it foul. And Derschlag was at the plate with runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 away. And Wes Johnson's asking, hey, did that hit him when he was out of the box, and is he out? And Jeremy Dupree says, no, sir, I understand your argument. It was really that cordial. Well, now Wes is going to come out.
Hey, we checked that Children's Healthcare of Atlanta scoreboard again. Not a whole lot has changed. Bama, though, does have a 1-0 lead. We didn't finish our conversation about Rudy Abbott Field in Jacksonville. Bama leading Jacksonville State in the 3rd inning.
And then somehow we made it from Jacksonville to Auburn.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
The drive from Jacksonville, Alabama to Auburn was about the same amount of time as it took to walk from Tallahassee to Montreal. At least it felt like it.
Nothing in 1 to Murphy. Hammond comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses down and away. There was a lady in the booth next to us that kept offering us beverages.
The entire game.
Post-game, maybe.
They were very friendly.
They were. 1-1. Here's a pitch. That bounces up there. 2-1. Looked like Hammond might have slipped a bit on that one.
They had a great crowd that night.
Sure did.
They ended up beating us in extra innings.
They did. That was one of those where, oh, this is not on the way to Auburn. No, it's on the way to Tuscaloosa. Here's the 2-1. Just misses inside. Hammond thought that was strike 2.
Thanks to Fletcher Proctor.
Fletcher's awesome.
He and Sony are out walking. What if that were really Sony Michelle? That'd be pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Love Sony.
But Sony, his pup, is awesome too.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
it just
boy.
hit him in the helmet. Oh, boy. That is the 3rd time Murphy has been hit by a pitch.
He's okay.
He's up on his feet, and their trainer's going to come out and check on him. That one just got away from Hammond.
And again, this is one of those scenarios they could take him out and
Right.
he could come back in. But he got right up on his feet immediately.
Oof.
That's always scary. And I know Eric feels awful. Unfortunately, it is part of baseball. I think he's going to stay in the game.
It looked like at the he ducked down enough where I think it got him above the ear hole.
Yeah.
And that's –
And I was wondering, it didn't glance off his shoulder first, did it? I don't think it did.
I don't think it did. But if it was above the ear hole, that generally helps. He's going to try and jog this one off. That's the 3rd time he's been hit by a pitch today, so the leadoff man is aboard.
He is paying homage to Corey Collins.
Man.
There was a man who could get hit by a pitch
28 times last year to set the school record.
Well, thank goodness he's okay.
All right. And here's 3 Hilliard.
Yeah.
So the tying run's at the plate here at the top of the 7th. Thank you, Fletcher. We appreciate you. David Moronis. From the belt. Hammond. The pitch. Good hard strike, outer half.
And on cue, C.J. Collins says, hold on, dogs.
Hang on, dogs. Boy, this bullpen has been just lights out this year. From the belt. That pitch just misses up. 1-1. Clem's tweets. Says he and his son Chandler cheering the dogs on. It's a 5-3 Bulldogs lead as High Point hits here at the top of the 7th on just a beautiful late afternoon here in March. 1-1. Liner into left. That's a base hit. Murphy will stop at second, and High Point just relentless today. This is a good team, and they've got 2 aboard with nobody out. And one of their big 3 at the plate, Landon Johnson. He's 2 for 2 with a sac fly. And I got a feeling we might be going to Copperhead Road here.
I think you're right.
Wes Johnson's making his way out. Well, Hammond got the big strikeout of Derschlag. And Murphy hit by a pitch. He's the runner at second. Hillier going the other way with a base hit to left. And yes, indeed, we will have a new Georgia pitcher. That's what's brewing. And the Bulls, a freshman, get part of that class. It had Leighton Finley and Colton Smith in it. And Matt got hurt towards the end of his freshman year. Came back and got his feet wet last year. And as we mentioned several times, DJ, this year he's got the health and the experience. And I think with that, we're seeing a very confident pitcher. Had a great time visiting with him between games of the doubleheader this past Saturday. He's really good on the air, too.
Yes, he is. Fine young man. Doubt they'll be bunting here with Johnson, and he has hit into 3 double plays this year.
So here's the power righty against a power lefty. Johnson's batting .426, 5 homers, 18 ribbies. He's got 2 singles and a sac fly today. Hoskins, here's the pitch. Just misses away at the knees. That one at 95. The runner at second is Murphy. Hillier is aboard at first. Dogs have turned 1 double play today. Love another one right here. Hoskins, the 1-0. Changeup misses down and in. 2-0 the count. And just the more you see Hoskins, the more you like him. He is at the front end of an outstanding bullpen. Johnson's a heck of a hitter. From the letters, here's a 2-0. Over but low, 3-0 the count. That pitch and the first pitch, he did not miss by much.
Nope.
Home plate umpire Jeremy Dupree. Simpson, the third baseman, waits on deck. Dogs have a 5-3 lead. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for High Point. And I don't think Wes Johnson was happy with that strike zone.
Somebody being written up.
That's right. You know, that goes on your permanent record.
Yeah.
I got written up. Oh, boy. That can't be good. So, Matt and Dogs are thinking it should be 1-2. It's a 3-0 count as Johnson digs in. Here's a pitch. That missed down and in, ball 4. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. And that'll bring up Braden Simpson. He's a third baseman. Simpson has flown to center field 3 times. He did get a sac fly out of it in the third. I would take a sac fly right now.
Amen.
With Georgia leading by 2. It's 5-3. Simpson's average at an even 300. 2 homers. That sac fly is 12th ribby of the year. Hoskins, a pitch. Misses down and away. It's 1-0. Georgia defensively with Hunter catching. It's Adams, Black, Branch, and Alford first and third around the horn of the infield. Phelps, McCarthy, and Burnett left to right in the Bulldog outfield. Here's a 1-0. Ball 2. That one missing down and away. And now Henry going to come out for a little chat. They've got the other member of their tremendous trio, Jackson Melton, waiting on deck. And Derschlag, Melton, and Johnson all coming into the game batting over 400.
Well, High Point came into this game 9-3. They were the Big South champions last year and beat Vandy in the Clemson Regional.
Yeah, the Dogs were up 4-1, had a couple on, and Montenegro came in and settled things down. Hoskins, the 2-0. Strike 1, inner half. There you go, Matt. Hoskins listed at 6'2", 208 pounds. A double play here would be mighty sweet. From the letters, the 2-1 to Simpson. Called strike on the outer half. Just a BB right there. The old I-95 +1 at 96. 2-2 the count. And a light crowd here today with spring break and the early first pitch. Hoskins 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
96 on the heater. And what a comeback there from Matthew.
That is tremendous after the visit from Henry Hunter. And DJ, I've got that as 10 punch-outs now. Always, yeah, the sneaky on the strikeout wild pitch, it can get you.
That's what I got.
Right, here's Melton. He's 0 for 3 today. Melton's season average, 436. 2 homers, 16 ribbies. Right on right, Hoskins. This is skied out into center field. McCarthy coming on. Murphy's going to tag. The throw will come home. It will be up the line at first. He scores. The other runners hold, and it's 5-4, and I'll take that trade.
Protecting the scoreboard. Got to get one more out here, though.
That is the 3rd sack fly of the game for High Point, and it's 5-4. Miggy Echezarreta is coming to the plate, as it is correctly pronounced. He's a good ball player. He just missed a home run in the 6th. Nate Taylor wound up striking him out. It went up onto Kudzu Hill. Hoskins' pitch just misses. Looked pretty good. Georgia dugout didn't like that one either, and it's 1-0. Hunter is catching for the Dogs. It's 5-4. Runners are at first and second with 2 down. Here's the pitch. That one misses down and away. 2-0 the count. Echezarreta, the lefty, got a right-hander, the DH McCarter, waiting on deck. Hoskins from the letters. The 2-0 just misses away, thigh high. So it's a 3-0 count. This could be a green light special, so you want to be careful right here as the Dogs have the lead. It is 5-4. Here's the 3-0. He squares and takes strike one. Thank you to the sweater man, Jesse Kinney. Thank you to In Silas Jr. we trust.
I love it.
Appreciate you, Silas. Boy, he is going great.
SEC Player of the Week.
Very well deserved. Hoskins 3-1. Swing and a miss from Echezarreta. And DJ, what we have right here is a mighty big payoff pitch.
I would say so.
Georgia has a 5-4 lead, a run in with 2 outs for High Point here at the top of the 7th. Runners at first and second. 2 down. Hoskins righty against lefty. The 3-2. Ground ball foul. So we'll do the 3-2 again. We shall do the dance. So the runners will be moving. That's Hillier at second, Johnson at first. Hoskins righty against lefty. From the letters, the 3-2. Ball 4 low. That gets away from Hunter, but not very far, and the bases are loaded. And that is the second walk allowed by Hoskins and the 3rd for the staff. It's been kind of weird, though. Georgia's hit a batter 3 times. It's been Murphy all 3 times. And Georgia's had 5 wild pitches today. And let's see if we might have a pinch hitter for McCarter. They send a lefty to the plate. Check and see. Christian Smith, the left-hander, waits on deck. So it's a 5-4 Georgia lead. Bases loaded with 2 outs.
Looks like they are going to do that. By the way, you know, something I noticed with High Point and then Florida Gulf Coast, a lot of these mid-majors, the top of the order, like for Florida Gulf Coast, Moy's a 5th year, Povey a senior, Moya, that guy could really hit a 5th year. Top of this order, senior, a graduate, a redshirt junior.
Yeah.
You've got guys that are still playing college ball that maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago weren't playing.
It's older
And more experienced.
100%
tougher.
right. Oh, my God, we got to face Jack Clark.
Oh, my goodness. Well, is George Hendrick in their dugout also?
Dr. Reefstack, if you're listening, here's one of your favorites. Clark's hitting 286. He's 2 for 7 on the year. Hoskins' pitch. Called strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Clark No homers, 1 RBI. Right on right, Hoskins. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball, left side. Colby circles, backhands on the third. Got him. Great play, Colby Branch.
That's what we're talking about there. He probably wasn't going to have a play at first, but with the bases loaded in the fourth, or in the fourth there, he's got Slate standing at third and threw him a strike.
So out 6-5, and that cuts down points. New lefty on the pitch, Mac Kimmel. Spotless ERA, no record in 2 appearances, 3 2/3, 4 Ks, 1 walk, and DJ Montenegro was terrific out of the pen today.
Yes, he certainly was, and this young man had an ERA of 7.88 coming in 3 appearances today. 5 innings, 3 hits, just 1 run allowed. He walked 3 and struck out 3 and lowered his ERA about 3 spots.
That was well done. All right, a lefty-lefty matchup with Robbie Burnett standing in as he takes low. It's 1-0. And he came on in the second with the score 4-1. Georgia had runners on the corners and nobody out. As that pitch is in there for a strike. And he got a pop-out, a strikeout, and a fly-out. The great Daryl Huckabee tweets in, Laissez-les bon temps rouler. Thank you, Huck. Left on left, 1-1. Grab ball up the middle. Oh, we snared it. Nice play. Tough break. 1-3. Robbie hit it hard. And that'll bring up Daniel Jackson. 0 for 2 with a walk today.
That ball could have been a base hit. Slate bounced into the double play that could have been a hit. Just tough.
Tough.
Lee Poole leaving Shanghai for Vietnam in an hour.
All right. Add that one to the list.
China
and Vietnam. Left on right, the pitch to Jackson. Called a strike. See if Mr. DJ can run into one here.
And Lee, if we're still going when you get to Nam, that is not good.
Be a long night. The pitch hit foul down the right field line. They played Jackson straight away. He had 3 home runs this past weekend. Got 4 on the season. Kimmel looking in. Struck him out. Got him swinging with a changeup. That is the 5th punch out for the Panther pitching staff. And here's Trey Phelps. Trey's 1 for 3 today. He's got a 9-game hitting streak. Averaging .298, 3 round trippers, 14 ribbies, 14 runs scored. Tried to stretch a single into a double in the first, and Derschlag threw him out. Pitch. Trey takes up. It's 1-0. 10 of 12, 11 of 13. They have now set down 13 of 15, and one of those base runners was cut down on a twin killing. Phelps takes a strike. The great Woody Fields. He's enjoying some Fat Tuesday and says, go Dogs. He is having a sweet tea and enjoying the game. Thank you, Woodrow. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul too. 1-2 the count. Score here in Athens. The Dogs leading High Point 5-4. And High Point certainly has the momentum. It was 5-2 after 3, but the Panthers with 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 7th. And by the way, they have stranded 10, 8 in scoring position. Phelps rakes this one into left center. It's a base hit, maybe more. Trey around first. He'll easily make it to second base. Derschlag cuts it off from getting to the wall, but Trey with a mighty big 2-out double to get into scoring position. DJ, I love an insurance run right here.
3rd double of the year for Trey, and his 2nd hits of the afternoon. Trey leads the team with 6 multi-hit games.
That'll push him up to right at 310 on the season. Well, let's see if Christian Adams can come through. He walked in the first, doubled and scored in the 3rd, and mounts to second in the 5th. He hit into the shift, and they shift again. Left on left. Kimmel looking in. The pitch. Breaking ball misses away. It's 1-0. Dogs 5, High Point 4. Georgia batting here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The pitch misses outside. I want to send out a big hello to Michael Raber, Georgia's senior legal counsel, who is the absolute best. Says hello to Charlie Hines, Brooks Laughlin, Charlie Raber, and Cruz Ellis, cheering on the Dogs from St. George's Island right now.
Nice.
Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. That is a great crew there. Love me some Michael Raber. There's a man, too, who wrote an epic letter. And happy 16th to Cruz Ellis. The 2-1. Hit foul, third base side.
Well, if Christian wants to get his first Bulldog RBI here, I'm all for it.
I'm in. How about another gapper to right center? He's got all kinds of room out there. If it's on the ground, it's going to be tough to squirt it through, as they've got 3 infielders on that right side and the second baseman Jackson out on the grass. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Adams. Kimmel looking in, left on left from the belt. Drilled out into right center field. A long drive towards the gap. This is going to sit down, bounce off the wall. Phelps in to score, and there you go. His first Georgia Ribby, and oh, brother, did it come at a clutch time.
Great work there by Christian Adams. Back-to-back doubles for the Bulldogs. You asked for some insurance. I asked for an RBI. We both got our wishes granted.
We get what we want. I credit Michael Raber. He just
That's
drew up
right.
a great contract there. Oh, man, 6-4. And let's breathe for a second here. And the other little perk there with the RBI double. Now Mr. Adams is out in scoring position. McCarthy takes low. It's 1-0. Here's my hot take of the moment. 6-4 feels better than 5-4.
Yeah, man.
7-4 would feel better than that.
They've still got a couple more swings.
They sure do, and they got some boppers. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. That was nasty, fell off the table. But DJ, it looks like Christian Adams is getting into a groove now, too. He has had a terrific game here today. Here's a 1-1. McCarthy sends this one foul, first base side. Dogs on top, 6-4. Six runs, 11 hits, no errors for Georgia. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for High Point. McCarthy, slow roller. He's going to have to make a full turn. The lefty fires out. 1-3. That's not an easy play for a left-hander.
Nope.
With the ball hit on the first base side.
That's 1 run,
2 out, double damage from the Dogs. Phelps and Adams go getting back because Coach Abe took the team for ice cream. Well deserved.
That's funny.
They had pizza after the game for the post-game meal and ice cream. It was well deserved for the ladies. Here's Christian Smith in from the left side.
Did you get a little of that too?
No. I was driving separate.
Oh, gotcha.
Followed by Derschlag, then Murphy. That pitch misses low. Trey offered me a piece of pizza, but it was covered up in onions.
Ooh, can't have that.
Onions and tech.
The 2 things Jeff hates the most.
Do not like. 6-4 Georgia as we are in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-0 to Smith. Misses up, 2-0 the count. Well, High Point has kept the pressure on. Again, they've stranded 10, 8 in scoring position. 5 wild pitches for Georgia. The Dogs have only walked 3. I think the key number, DJ, is the 3 sack flies.
Oh, no doubt.
Here's a 2-0. Hit deep out into left towards the corner. A long run here for Phelps. He is at the track. He makes the catch right in front of the 350 sign.
He ran that one down. That was one of those. Is it going to be fair or foul? Is it going to be a home run or a foul ball? Well, it actually stayed in play, made the catch, like you said, right in front of the 350 sign, and a huge first out here in the 8th.
When that left the bat, there was probably, I guess, our naked eye, about a 10% chance Georgia's going to get an out on that play. Well, the Dogs got it. Great job by Trey. Here's the bopper. Derschlag takes upstairs. It's 1-0. Derschlag is 2 for 4 today with 2 strikeouts, a home run, and a single. Season average at .490. Hoskins' pitch buzzes the tower, 2-0. Dogs with a 6-4 lead as High Point hits here in the top of the. Let's see, with their leadoff man 1, 2, 3, 4 times reaching and scoring all 4 times. How about that? Here's the 2-0. Just misses. 3-0 the count. This could be a green light special. Connie Derschlag. This off to a tremendous start. 25 for 51 on the year. The 3-0 pitch. Called a strike. Eric Hammond faced him and got him in the 6th. The 3-1. Missed inside. Matthew thought that was a strike. The 4th walk allowed by the Bulldogs. And Matt's going to blow off a little steam.
Take a little stroll there. That's the 3rd walk he's allowed, but a couple of them have been very close.
Yes. All right, here's Murphy, who's been hit by a pitch 3 times today. Hoskins looking in. Here's the pitch. Over but low, it's 1-0. Well, every baseball game, it's a different canvas. This one has had some statistical and scoring oddities. The Dogs lead 6-4. Murphy's a tie and run. He's got 1 homer this year. Hoskins at the letter. Throw over to chase back Derschlag. He is 2 of 2 running this year. The Dogs have thrown out 21 of 29. They had a stolen base earlier today on a pickoff. Georgia threw to second, and Murphy just kept going, took third, shoots this one out into right center field. McCarthy over in the gap. It hangs up. He'll call and squeeze, 2 down. Things we've gotten later, a little cooler, breeze blowing in. It's not carrying as well.
That one there just didn't feel like it was going to carry.
No, I thought the one that Smith hit was.
Yeah.
But he got under that one. So 2 down, and here's Hilliard. But so Georgia's thrown out 21 of 29. Opening weekend against Wilmington and Quinnipiac, it was 7 for 7. So since then, Georgia's been really good controlling the run game. Hilliard, the lefty, he's 2 for 4. It's a throw over to chase back Derschlag. They've got Johnson waiting on deck. Along with Derschlag, Johnson and Melton are the other boppers. I do not want to see Johnson hit in this inning. Hoskins right on left. Here's the pitch. Line foul, third base side. So it is Hilliard at the plate. 3 Hilliard. And that fastball coming in at 97 there from Matt. Derschlag's at first with 2 away. Dogs on top, 6-4, top of the 8th. Black closer to first, playing second. The 0-1. Slider, strike. That was a beauty. I wonder if that was one where Matt just might have changed the finger pressure points or something.
Yeah.
Whatever he did, that was wicked. Just file that one away in your memory banks there, 1-5. Hoskins comes set, righty against lefty. From the letters, the 0-2 to Hilliard. Misses down and away.
By the way, I meant to mention earlier that Hilliard's grandfather was the head baseball coach at Duke at one point.
Wow.
So maybe the numbering there might have something to do with the baseball.
Yeah, that's cool. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the High Point catcher. Runner at first, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Dogs leading 6-4. Strike 3 looking. Change up on the outside corner. Well, that is the second strikeout Hoskins has been credited with. This Georgia team, though, especially with Colby in that 9-hole, You got 8, 9, and 1 up there. You don't feel like, well, it's going to be tough to score here. It's a deep lineup. That was definitely the case last year. Here's a pitch. Misses Wayne. Now, of course, you had the best player in the country and another of the best we've ever had, and Gonzo. It was just a tremendous lineup. 1-0 the count to Henry Hunter. The pitch. Breaking ball low, 2-0 the count. Again, a little insurance here would be nice as the Dogs lead at 6-4. High Point will have Johnson, Simpson, and Melton due in the ninth. That's 2 of their big 3. This one misses inside. It's 3-0 with Johnson and Melton. Been a really good game here today. High Point struck first with a run in the first, and Georgia got 2 in the first. Dogs have led since. There's ball 4 outside, but High Point has not gone away. So leadoff walk for Hunter, and that'll give us time to pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Now batting number 9, the shortstop, Ponit.
Welcome back. It is 5:57. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Georgia leading High Point 6-4. Aaron Brunk, our network studio producer. There's a throw over to chase back Hunter as Colby Branch stands in. And we are live in the Frank and Carol Beltran radio booth. The esteemed Mr. David Johnston to my right. I'm Jeff Dantzler, and a little chat going on. See a little Twisted Tea bullpen activity brewing.
By the way, this is Georgia with an RPI of 23, High Point with an RPI of 30.
Wow.
So these are the old quad 1 games.
Whatever
so
that means.
they'd love to steal one today.
Heck yeah. So here's Colby. He has been electric defensively, and he's 1 for 2 with a sac fly, a double, and a run scored. Here's a pitch. That misses inside. He just had the 6-5 to end the 7th. Made a great play. Nice job, Ryan Black, who was right there with Colby and Trey Phelps for our Primerica player of the game front-running status, as is Mr. Slade Alford. And the Georgia bullpen yet again.
I'd walk Slade.
I would too. And let's see if they're going to make a move.
They are. I'd walk Slade or let somebody else pitch to him.
I would agree with that.
The lefty there.
All right, that's what's brewing in the High Point bullpen, brought to you by Twisted Tea. Tell you about that new High Point Mongo-only pawn in Game of Life.
You know, when you see it in the pronunciation guide, it's not too bad. When you see it for the first time without it, you have no idea how you're supposed to say it.
But he's having a heck of a year, and it'll be Slade Alford at the plate. And we'll just see how they play this. And again, great strikeout numbers if they just – go power against power here. You got Burnett, a lefty, waiting on deck. Well, the Dogs in the driver's seat, but looking for more. The biggest lead today for Georgia has been 3 runs at 4-1 and 5-2. High Point made it 5-4. Georgia got back-to-back 2-out doubles in the 7th from Phelps and Adams to go up 6-4. And looking to extend that lead. Infield in, so that would tell you they'll pitch to Alford, who got robbed last time up, hit a rocket to third that turned into a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play in the 6th. Here's a pitch. Misses down and away, 1-0. Coach, you think this might be the old unintentional, intentional?
I'm still surprised I didn't just go ahead and walk him.
I agree. Maybe we'll see if Slate tries to chase one. From the belt, here's a 1-0. 2-0 as that one misses down and in. Slate's plate presence this year, a big goal, improving that strikeout to walk ratio. 14 walks, 5 hit by pitch compared to 7 Ks. 2 balls and no strikes to Alford. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards second. Bobbled, run scores, throw to first in time. Henry breaking all the way. And Slade Alford with a bounce out RBI, which he's done that a couple of times this year now.
And great base running there by Henry.
Yes, indeed. So Melton does get the assist. Hunter in to score. Colby takes third.
Yeah. And Alford's got 3 RBIs now today.
That boy Slate. He's had a heck of a game. And here's Robbie Burnett, who is a tough luck 0 for 4, including getting robbed by Derschlag on a drive to right center. Third 3-run lead for Georgia this evening. Right on left, here's a pitch. Robbie takes down and away. It's 1-0. My dad's down in Hilton Head. He's officiating the Darius Rucker at Long Cove.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Long Cove. I played there once. It's awesome.
Women's golf tournament down there. Georgia's in the field. Pitch. Swing and a foul tip.
Usually Darius plays a free concert for him.
He said he does a great job.
Yeah.
It's just a great event.
Yeah.
If you had to have a major, along with the NCAAs and the conference tournaments, that would be one of them.
And that track is so nice.
1-1. Burnett takes a strike on the inner half. But Robbie just having a great year. Averages at .302. 4 homers, 14 ribbies, and he can play virtually every position. Righty on lefty, the pitch. Drilled out into right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit, and Robbie Burnett gives Georgia an 8-4 lead. Colby Branch in to score his second run of the day.
And that's big just as far as Robbie goes. He's now reached base safely in all 15 for the Bulldogs. And more insurance.
Yes, indeed. And by the way, a lot of great defense in this game. That catch that Derschlag made to Rob Burnett back in the 4th, that was one of the 2 or 3 best plays of the day. I think the best catch by an outfielder today. As Daniel Jackson stands in, there's a throw over to first from Tulamando. That's just the last name.
So Chris Queen says that means all the world in Italian.
Excellent. The pitch. Misses down and in. He's a good pitcher. And I appreciate, we've gone very worldly when it comes to, you had Montenegro, Tulamanda, the 1-0, called a strike. So Black Mountain and all the world. Sounds like a couple of romance novels.
No kidding.
Where's Fabio?
Now, there was a man who had some good hair.
Just a mane. 1-1 the count. There's another throw over. That used to be a good spot for Robbie to run, and guess what? High Point thinks the same thing. He is 8 out of 9 in the theft department. That RBI for Robbie is 15th of the year. Here's the 1-1. Jackson cranks this one off the back of the mound into center for a base hit. Burnett will stop at second. DJ, that was drilled.
Yeah, I think that Tulamanda was probably glad he got out of the way of that one.
No doubt.
Look at the velo, 107.7. That's called a hard hit ball.
Yes, it is. And here's Trey Phelps. TP is 2 for 4 today with a single, a double, and a run scored. Talk about a key moment in this game. 2 outs, nobody on. Phelps and Adams go double-double to make it 6-4. Now it's 8-4. This is hit deep out into left field. This one's got a chance. Smith's at the wall. He has room and makes the catch. Right between 0-1 and 0-4. If it's 4 o'clock, that ball's probably out of here. Trey gave it a ride. The Dogs score 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and the Bulldogs strand a pair to take it from 5-4 to 6-4 and then 8-4.
Well, we asked for some of the insurance, and we got it. And in college baseball, I know the save rule is 3 runs, across baseball. But in this game, it should probably be 4.
Totally agree. I mean, that's one of those – you mean to tell me you go into Baton Rouge, Knoxville, Gainesville, up 7-3, and you close out the game? That should be a save.
Exactly.
Here's Landon Johnson in from the left side. Brian Zeldin looking in. Here's the pitch. Called a strike on the outer half. And, again, this is not a save situation, though we think it should be. Zeldin making his 5th appearance, 3rd in relief. 9 2/3, 11 Ks, 6 walks. Change up, just misses away. So Zeldy and DJ Radke's a pitcher record. Radke now has 6 appearances, Zeldin with 5. 8th pitcher of the game for the Dogs, a 1-1 to Johnson. Called strike in or half. I love Zeldin's tempo.
Oh, it's the best.
He's just a great guy. We really enjoyed talking to him.
One of our favorites
last year.
By the way, Hoskins, despite a somewhat smaller strike zone than some of these other batters, or pitchers, I should say, we're getting.
1-2 to Johnson. Got him swinging. That was a beauty from Zeldin. Henry will have to fire to first, strike him out 2-3.
Great work. 2 scoreless for Matthew, no hits, 3 walks, 2 Ks. Those 3 walks, though, 2 of those were a little sketchy.
Close.
Yeah.
Here's Braden Simpson. Well, big getting Johnson there. His first 4 at-bats, he went sac fly, single, walk. And here is Braden Simpson. Zeldin's pitch. Called strike on the outer half. Hey, it's great to see Leighton Finley and Colton Smith get out here today on a throw day. Georgia will play Georgia State tomorrow, then welcome in Columbia this weekend. Game number 20 will be against East Tennessee State on Tuesday. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And then the league begins, and again, I might be off a day, but I think it's 20 games in 24 days. Maybe it's 20 and 25.
I mean, that's like a big league schedule.
It is, with those 3 doubleheaders. Here's the 0-2. Misses up. We look good for the weekend with rain and everything. Might be a little bit cooler, but when I say could be 60s and upper 50s. But we don't have to worry about trying to make up any games right now at this point. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball, left side, Branch. What a game he's had. 6-3, 2 away. Well, Colby's had a great game at the plate with a single, a double, 2 runs, and a sac fly. And Dave, I'd say he's got a couple of ribbies in the old leather as well.
Totally.
All right.
That's the thing you don't notice about those very good defensive players. I always like that story you tell about Bobby Cox and Andrew Jones.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Andrew's cold at the plate. Why aren't you sitting him? What was his answer?
So he got about 2 or 3 RBIs in that glove every game.
Exactly.
Here's Melton takes inside. He is, I would say, and again, we got to watch him more frequently playing for Atlanta. For me, and obviously we didn't see Mantle, Mays, and DiMaggio, but he's the best defensive center fielder I ever saw. Here's a 1-0. Called strike it up. Jim Edmonds was right there, too.
Yeah.
2 outs and nobody aboard for Jackson Melton, who's hitting .436, 2 homers, 17 ribbies. Dogs have pitched him well today. He's 0 for 3 with a sac fly. 1-1. Fisted foul, straight back and out of play. Georgia now a strike away and an out away. For the Dogs, 8 runs on 14 hits and no errors. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for High Point. Been a very well-played game here today.
Good baseball game.
Sure has. Here's a 1-2. Just missed outside. Zeldy trying to close the door. Adams, Black, Branch, and Alford first to third around the horn. Phelps, McCarthy, and Burnett left to right in the Bulldogs outfield. Hunter the catcher. He's caught a fine game. The right-hander Zeldin is 2-2 to Melton. Missed outside, 3-2 the count. Yeah, High Point, these guys are going to make some noise once again in the Big South. A lot of good baseball teams in North Carolina. Payoff pitch due. Right on right. Zeldin's 3-2. Missed upstairs, he walked it. And that's where those insurance runs are so big. That is walk number 5.
Now batting number 40, the right fielder, Miggy Echazarreta.
Oh boy, Miggy Echazarreta coming to the plate. In from the left side. Echazarreta is from Reston, Virginia. Righty against lefty. Zeldin's pitch. so-called strikeout or half. Well, we hadn't seen Zabo today, so we can't go with our killer Z combination.
Oh, yeah.
When Zeldin and Zaborowski are both in there. Echezarreta, he is 1 for 3 today. Takes a strike. It's 0-2. He's got a single, a walk, a bounce out, and a strikeout. And on that strikeout, he parked a long strike up onto Kudzu Hill. All right, so the Dogs a strike away and an out away. It's an 8-4 lead here at the top of the ninth. Runner at first and 2 outs. Zeldy, the 0-2. Miss low, 1-2 the count. Dogs doubling up High Point, 8-4. And Georgia has scored 3 unanswered since High Point made it 5-4 and had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 7th. That's when Branch ranged right and got a 6-5 fielder's choice. Here's a 1-2, missed outside. Good stop, Henry. And what has to be one of the biggest defensive plays of the game. Then Georgia got the back-to-back doubles from Phelps and Adams, and then tacked on 2 more in the 8th. 8-4 Georgia, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Echezarreta. The pitch, ball 3 down and away. Well, sometimes that 27th out can be the hardest one to get.
And again, thank goodness for those insurance runs.
So big. Good ball game here today. 8-4 Dogs. Zeldin looking in. From the belt, here's a 3-2. Hit high left side foul territory. I think this one's in the seats. It is. Now, this one got all the way back, but Dave, the points you made earlier with those new seats in, there's an area that is definitely cut down on the room and foul territory.
Yeah, with the bullpen, we used to have more of, it was more room there, and then you had that gate, I guess.
That's right. That's right. So another 3-2 to Echezarreta. Zeldin's payoff. Sent foul straight back and out of play, so a good battle here. Melton is a runner at first base. This is another sign of a good hitter, Melton. At 472, coming in, went 0 for 3, but still winds up with a sac fly and a walk.
Oh, yeah.
So third 3-2 to Miggy Echezarreta. Brian Zeldin looking in, righty against lefty. Here's a payoff. Strike 3 looking, change up right down Main Street, and that's the ball game.
There you go, Zeldy.
Great job by Brian Zeldin to close it out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left in the ninth. And the Dogs win it by a final score of 8-4. DJ, really good game here today, and that's an 11th straight win for Georgia.
The Bulldogs are off to here's the understatement, off to a great start. I like today, too. High Point's got a good team.
Scrappy.
And stayed with the Dogs all afternoon, but the Bulldogs did a great job of protecting that scoreboard today. Got some timely hits when needed. Got some more good pitching here today, and a good ball game and a good win for Georgia.
11 in a row. That adds up to 14-1. High Point falls to 9-4. We'll check the totals after this time.